Powered by the Montana Television Network. The 10 o'clock news continues on KAJ, Montana's news leader.
Authorities in New York City are trying to piece together what an immigrant from Bangladesh was doing when he detonated a pipe bomb in New York's busiest subway station at the height of the morning rush. At least 5 people were hurt, but the suspect was the only one who was seriously injured, and he remains hospitalized. Meg Oliver has the latest from the Port Authority bus terminal near Times Square.
This grainy transit surveillance video shows the moment the bomb went off inside a subway walkway connecting Port Authority to Times Square.
People were like running all over the place, so at that point I was really scared.
Police say the improvised low-tech bomb was strapped to 27-year-old Akayad Ullah, an immigrant from Bangladesh. Sources tell CBS News he made the device himself and was inspired by ISIS to carry out the attack.
This was an attempted terrorist attack. Thank God the perpetrator did not achieve his ultimate goals.
As Ullah lay burned and bruised, Port Authority police officers grabbed him and successfully removed the explosives. At least 5 others sustained minor injuries. As part of the investigation, authorities are combing through footage from thousands of security cameras to trace the suspect's footsteps leading up to the attack. Earlier in the day, heavily armed police also swarmed the Brooklyn apartment building where Ullah lived. Members of New York's Bangladeshi community came together to denounce his actions.
This doesn't represent us. This is solely by him, his own action. He is responsible for it.
Ullah came to the U.S. on a visa 7 years ago. Investigators are looking into how he made the bomb and who else might have known about his plans. Meg Oliver, CBS News, New York.
And sources tell CBS News that the suspect went back to Bangladesh for about a month in the fall and also visited the United Arab Emirates in the past. And today is the 8th day of major wildfire burnings in Southern California. The Thomas Fire is the biggest of the active fires, and it has burned a little more than 230,000 acres in Ventura and Santa Barbara counties and is now only 15% contained. Santa Barbara, Montecito, and Carpintera are right in the path of danger. Nearly 6,400 personnel continue to fight the fire, and the Thomas Fire is the 5th largest in the state's history. President Trump today signed a space policy directive, a plan to send astronauts to the moon and Mars, surrounded by astronauts including Jack Schmitt, the last astronaut to land on the moon. President Trump hinted at a Mars landing sooner rather than later.
For the first time since 1972 for long-term exploration and use, this time we will not only plant our flag and leave our footprint, we will establish a foundation for an eventual mission to Mars, and perhaps someday to many worlds beyond.
And the president said this directive will refocus America's space program on human exploration and discovery. And coming up next in Health Watch, pediatric doctors are calling for immediate action after hundreds of children are killed and thousands injured by window blind cords. One family shares their tragic story next on KAJ.